Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fast Track Revision series of UGC NET Electronic Science. In this video we are going to learn about mod counters. Okay, so mod counters, or it is also called modulus counters. Okay, mod here represents modulus counters. Right? If you are first time to my channel, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get video notifications from my channel. Right, so normally all the synchronous and asynchronous counters which we have learned are counters with modulus number is equal to 2 power n. Right, so modulus number are 2 power n, so they are called as mod 2 power n counters. Okay, so this modulus number, so it counts from 0 to 2 power n minus 1. So they are called as mod 2 power n counters. So this modulus value is the maximum value. That is, if you consider 3-bit synchronous counter or asynchronous counter, so it will be a mod 8 counter. It will be mod 8 counter because 8 is the maximum modulus number possible. So instead of 8, you can also design the counters on your own. So mod 6 counters can also be designed. Okay, so what does this represent is mod 6 counter means it will count from 0 to 5. It counts from 0 to 5, and 5 after 5 it will reset to 0. That means the total number of states, as I have told you, total number of states or total number of clock pulses is the modulus number of mod counters. So here the total number of states is from 0 to 5, total number of states is 6, and hence it is a mod 6 counter. So in this case mod 8, it counts from 0 to 7, right? So total number of states is 8, so it is a mod 8 counter. This mod 8 counter, with some modifications, we can make it as mod 6 counter. So that means we can design the counters of our required modulus value, not only to the maximum value, because sometimes count we require only from 0 to 10. Sometimes some timer circuit or some other circuits we don't require the counter to count from 0 to 15. Suppose 4-bit counter is there, so we don't require to count from 0 to 15 because total number of states are not required. So sometimes we have to count from 0 to 9 only. Total count must be equal to 10 only. Okay, after 10 states the counter must restart. So this type of modifications can be done in the actual circuit, in the actual counter circuit, and such type of counters which are formed is called as mod counters. Okay, so such type of designing is not required for competitive exams, but what are the important points required for solving the competitive exam, that is for solving the questions on modulus counters in competitive exams, I'll tell you in this coming two videos, this video and then my next video. Okay, so this design part is not required. So how you are going to do the modification, everything that will not be asked for you. Okay, so the first point which you have to remember is, so we can design the modulus number of less value also. Suppose if you are designing the circuit of modulus n, this n may be lesser than the maximum value. So like mod 6, as I have told you, mod 6 counter. So if you use 3-bit counter, so maximum modulus is mod 8, but you can design mod 6 counter also. Okay, so that design is also possible. So if your Fn is this, input frequency is Fin, so they may ask you F out. Suppose Fin is 20 kilohertz and mod 10 counter is used, right? So Fin is 50 kilo, suppose Fin is 50 kilohertz and mod 10 counter is used, then what is the output frequency? There is a chance of asking the questions like this. So F out is always equal to Fin by n for the case of mod n counters. But in the case of synchronous and asynchronous counters, what is the F out formula? Fin by 2 power n. There n represents the number of flip-flops. Okay, so understand the difference between all the types of counters, don't get confused. Okay, second, if you are cascading, suppose if you are cascading like this, two modulus numbers, suppose this is mod m counter and this is mod n counter. Okay, so this is mod m counter and this is mod n counter, and the fin is the input frequency for this is fin. So what is the output frequency here? So it will be equal to fin by m into n. Fin by m into n. So total modulus number is mod mn. So total modulus number is m into n, and f out is fin by m into n. This is very important concept. Many times in many competitive exams this type of question is being asked. So output here only in the first stage if you want. So f dash is equal to fin by m. It is only m here. So at the output of this second stage it is fin by m into n. Okay, so if you see here the question which I have taken here, this is a question asked in the recent exam, December 2019 UGC NET Electronic Science exam. Here a divide by 50 counter can be realized by using, he has asked. So divide by 50 counter means total modulus number is 50. That is what he means. Okay, so that is what he is giving us the information. A divide by 50 means total modulus number must be equal to 50. Modulus value or modulus number is equal to 50. So that can be realized by using. So all these, if you observe here, all these are the concepts of cascading only, right? So same concept here like this. Yes or no? So same concept as here. So 5 number of mod 10 counters. He has given the first option as 5 numbers of mod 10 counters. So if you cascade 5 mod 10 counters like this, mod 10 counters, you are cascading like this, right? So output here will be, suppose f is the input frequency, so output here will be f by 10, f by mod value. So mod value is 10 here, right? So f by 10, here it will be f by 100, here it will be f by 10 cube, here it will be f by 10 to the power of 4, and here it will be f by 10 to the power of 5. So for the first case I am writing all the cases, right? For the first case, f out is equal to f in by 10 to the power of 5. That means modulus value will be equal to 10 to the power of 5, not 50. So first option is wrong. Similarly, take the second option, 10 number of mod 5 counters. So 10 mod 5 counters you are going to use. So output of first mod counter will be f by 5. Second, f by 5 square, f by 5 into 5, right? F by 5 square. Third, f by 5 cube, and so on. Output of 10th will be f by 5 power 10. So for the second case, f out will be equal to f by 5 power 10. So the modulus value will be equal to 5 power 10, not 50. Next, take the third case. 1 mod 5 counter followed by 1 mod 10 counter like this. M value is given as 5 and n value is given as 10. So total modulus number equal to 5 into 10, which is equal to 50. So modulus value is equal to 50 and f out is equal to f in by 50. So this option is correct. So a divide by 50 counter, that is a counter of modulus number 50, can be realized by using 1 mod 5 counter followed by mod 10 counter. Okay, such type of questions will be asked, right? So keep remembering this point, very important one.